looking at me with so much fear in their eyes, saying, "Miss Bella, please don't open that door. Oh my gosh, they look like KKK." But never did I think that I may be that person that was going to get hurt. Kids banging on the door and rattling the handle, and I'm holding on to the handle just thinking, oh my gosh, if they get in here, what am I going to do? Because I have to protect these kids.
The election of Trump obviously makes people emboldened. When he was president the last time, 2016, I have a lot of employment cases, and all of a sudden, words that you would almost never hear people saying. They were in lawsuit after lawsuit. And those are words against all groups. The N-word coming out against Black people, racial slurs towards Latinos, anti-Semitic statements, anti-Muslim rhetoric, anti-gay. Everything seemed to escalate when Trump was president 4 years ago. And I certainly fear we're in for an even bigger backlash this time.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The video that I'm dropping tonight, it's going to be about a situation that's come about a teacher or teachers suing a school, okay, I believe in California, over what they claim to be some racial disparities, and also the fact that they say that it's coming from students who are Trump supporters. Okay, this story has been on the news the past day and a half, where this teacher that you heard in the beginning, okay, of this video is basically, I'm assuming in front of the school board or whoever that committee was, crying, talking about that her students, okay, were in fear, saying that the students outside basically celebrating Trump's presidential victory basically reminded them of the KKK. Okay, now, you know, I find it so hard to believe that a teacher, okay, could seriously single out people that don't vote for their candidate, okay, and then try to twist things around. And I say that because teachers, and we all know since back in 2016, okay, teachers have been at the forefront of trying to indoctrinate kids in regular school, public school, elementary school, and also in college. And when I'm saying indoctrinate is to basically indoctrinate them to have this leftist agenda and ideology, where they look at anybody, okay, that doesn't agree with them, the enemy, number one. But then the teachers and political officials and stuff like that, they start to put in these kids' heads that anybody that voted for Trump, be it whether you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, gay, straight, whatever the case is, that you're a racist, okay, you're a homophobe, a xenophobe, whatever word they can think of, to basically, in my opinion, project how many of them really are, as opposed to what they're saying about people on the right, and especially school students. Okay, you heard that guy, whoever that was. We'll get into that because there's some more video footage I need to show you guys. Okay, so bear with me on this video. Come out and say that that Donald Trump, okay, 4 years ago, which he's wrong on the timeline, but I mean, hey, you know, he gets paid the good money to figure that out, was a problem of how students were upset. Okay, but here's the thing. The reason why a lot of those students were upset is because we all know that at least 99% of the students on the left were not doing any kind of research. It was the adults, okay, indoctrinating them. It was the adults all over mainstream media, all over social media, all over Washington, you name it, they were there putting all kinds of rhetoric into these young people's heads. Okay, so bear with me because there's a couple of clips I need to put together to show why I used my title and my thumbnail, because I have a short something I need to say of an incident that happened not too long ago, right before the election, and I think I might have put it out on a video. I'm not too sure, but I'm just going to repeat it again just to put more context into what's going on. Okay, so without further ado, like I said, you heard what the teacher said. We're going to play some more video on that of what she's claiming, and then you heard the guy speak after her. I believe he's a lawyer. Okay, if I'm mistaken, then somebody leave it in the comments. But like I said, you heard what he said about Donald Trump. You've seen the students in the hallway, okay, and we're going to get to that video clip again and analyze this some more. You've seen those students in the hallway in that one school, okay, basically walking through the hallways, okay, and the teachers over here saying that they were a threat. Now, I'm going to play this quick video clip. It's only 1 minute and 22 seconds. Okay, this came out 8 years ago, and the title to this says Trump election win sparks student protest, not in a school, in the U.S. Let's check this out.
I feel angry, I feel scared, I feel confused. I mean, to have this man in power, with so much power over us, like, I think I'm just afraid of, like, the possibilities of having my friends, having my family be deported.
I think the Electoral College is a broken system. I think it definitely needs to be reformed. I think we need systemic change in the way that voters' rights, access to voting, education about the voting process. I think, yes, I think absolutely the electoral system is broken. I think it's ridiculous.
Not my president! Not my president!
Okay, so you've seen that for that quick 1:22 seconds, okay? That was a clip. They came out 8 years ago, and it showed not hundreds, but thousands of students, okay, nationwide. It showed on the timestamps, New York, Chicago, what was it, Virginia, California. I mean, and this was going on, okay, all over the country, where teachers and students were banding together to protest Donald Trump, okay? So much that they talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion. But you have a couple of students, okay, at a school in California, okay, that are walking through the halls, waving Trump flag, you know, supposedly, and I'll play the video clip, supposedly they were saying, fuck Kamala Harris, okay, basically, and that was a threat, and where the teacher said in tears that the students in her class said that they resemble the KKK, or that, you know, whatever the case is. Now, I want you to hold on to that one part I just said about what the teacher said, about what the student said, that it looked like the KKK was outside the classroom door. There's a reason I'm asking you guys to hold on to that. Keep that in the back of your mind. I'll get to that. And so now you got the mainstream media, okay? They're just going with this like wildfire about what these students did, okay? Now, this is what I don't understand. Number one, okay? First of all, you're a teacher, okay? So you are supposed to, if you see anything going wrong inside the school, especially when it's just kids protesting, you should open up your door and try to show the authority of how a teacher deals with students. If they are just chanting because the person that they voted for or that they were hoping would win won, you should be able to stand out there and stand with them and say, even though I'm not for that man, if you want to call him like that, I didn't vote for that man to be president, whatever the case is, as a teacher in an American school, you should be neutral. Okay? Because last I checked, when all these people were protesting for, 4 years straight, heavy, when Donald Trump became president and was president, lest we forget the Summer of Love, where people got actually killed, okay, for not being on the left. Cities and towns and stores, businesses, you name it, got burnt down, okay? I didn't see that many people trying to sue colleges and schools where a lot of this stuff basically started, okay? But now you have this teacher and other teachers supposedly wanting to sue the school because the school basically let the kids, I don't know, exercise their First Amendment right, okay, by peacefully protesting. You didn't see anybody kicking on those doors. We're going to play the video again. You didn't see anybody trashing stuff, burning stuff. No, they were basically walking through the halls in the school, chanting about their victory because Trump won. Okay? And this is what kills me. How many times have we seen it where people wanted to talk, people on the right wanted to give speeches, okay, at certain colleges, especially in California, and they were basically attacked and protested against by, I don't know, let's pick them out. Antifa was one of them, and they still are. A lot in the transgender gay community were doing it. Black Lives Matter were doing it. And I don't know what. Oh, yeah, tens of thousands of other students were doing it. And there was basically, I mean, there was backlash from the people that were being attacked. But there wasn't a coordinated effort to make it so big to be on the sides of the people that were being attacked. It was more along the lines like this. Far left, not far left, far right, and Trump agitators disrupt classes in blah, blah, blah college. That's basically the way a lot of those things went down. Okay? Every single time. You pick somebody, you name somebody, they were protested against. Candace Owens was protested against. Ben Shapiro was being protested against. Okay? What's the other guy? He hasn't actually been on Trump's side in a minute. Milo, whatever. Whenever he wanted to go speak at campuses, he was protested against. Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk. I mean, they get protested against day in and day out to this day. Okay? And do you see any teachers standing in the middle saying, listen, if you have a gripe against somebody that you don't like, fine. But you're not allowed to go and basically cause havoc to disrupt it. No. They just basically sit in the background and they'll sit there with their notepad saying, check this, this is what I had them do. But then when the shoe's on the other foot, where their candidate loses, okay, and a lot of their elected officials start to lose, and the people on our side decide to say, well, let's have a victory lap. That's a threat. How does that work? But let me play a couple of more videos. Okay, a couple of shorts so you guys can see what I'm talking about, what more is going on. Because in my opinion, and in the opinion of many people, and in the opinion of everybody in America that just voted for Trump to make him win, he got the college vote, the popular vote, just all around, okay, 70% of the American vote, 79%, whatever the case is, okay? It's safe to say that, the problem is actually coming from the left. not the right, not the students on the right, not the young patriotic Americans on the right. No, it's coming from the left with the way they keep indoctrinating people, and they wind up using this victimhood mentality to go after anybody, and not only just go after anybody with basically almost no proof, just point the finger once again at Donald Trump, because everything's his fault. Everything is his fault. But when somebody on the left does something, no, that was just an isolated incident. They have nothing to do with us. Yeah, but so-and-so was seen at almost every rally you was throwing. Why didn't you stop them? But you know where I'm going with that. But with that being said, let's get to the next video. Here we go. Okay, that last video, like I said, was 8 years ago. This is Trump winning now. Okay? Once again, after he won, people protesting.
Racist clown! Donald Trump, you racist clown! Donald Trump, you fascist clown! Donald Trump, you fascist clown! The working class will take you down!
No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA!
The people united will never be defeated!
We will fight day and night!
We will fight day and night!
To protect our rights!
And it'll be how we oppose Trump's entire racist, sexist, and homophobic and Islamophobic agenda. We already know that.
Okay, you already heard him. Racist, Islamophobic. This is the way it goes. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, so when you have people out there, young people and adults combined, doing these things, okay, it makes people in society softer, and especially the ones you can get to mentally, more scared. And just the sight of a bunch of high school students, okay, that want to go and, like I said, take a victory lap because the person that they were hoping would win won, it does something to a person. It does something to a person mentally because they've already been indoctrinated. Okay? So just like 8 years ago, here we are now, fast forward, and you got, again, thousands of people out there protesting. Okay, the man hasn't even taken the oath of office yet. And they've already started. Okay? And then when you have it in the schools, and you have teachers playing the victim, and I'm naming her a victim for a reason. Like I said, remember what I said before about what she said about her class, saying that the students outside reminded them of the KKK. Okay? And with what I'm saying now about her. Okay, she's claiming to be a victim. But from me watching all the videos that have been coming out, one thing that hasn't been pointed out, and I'm going to point it out, okay, is something that nobody is talking about. Something that she said, but like I always say, and I'll keep saying it, okay, because they do it to themselves. The left, they contradict and they eat themselves. Okay, so bear with me with the video. I'm going to show you something that everybody that's putting out this information, okay, and don't knock on any of the creators because they're doing a good job. It's just that I haven't seen nobody point it out, and it's something that I picked up, and I'm just like, well, if this is not a double standard, I don't know what is, but we'll get to that. Let's get to the next video. Here we go.
Former President Donald Trump continuing his string of rallies at the Commonwealth at Penn State today. Our Zach Kay talked with young voters about his decision to come to State College and how they're feeling about the upcoming election.
Thousands of people, including protesters and a large number of Penn State students, came here to the Bryce Jordan Center for Donald Trump's rally on Saturday. This is Trump's first time campaigning at Penn State, and many young voters say a lot of their peers chose not to come due to fear of how others would view them. Early Saturday morning, thousands of supporters made their way to the Bryce Jordan Center on Penn State's main campus for former President Donald Trump's rally.
He will point our country in the right direction and keep us strong. With Kamala in office, we will be weak and other countries will take advantage of that.
Over the past few months, Trump has made stops all throughout the Commonwealth in preparation for the upcoming November 5th election.
I love America.
Around 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, a group of protesters marched around the Bryce Jordan Center, one allegedly ripping a Make America Great Again flag from a Trump supporter, which led to state police stepping in. The protesters then continued to march through the streets of Penn State's campus. One man against Donald Trump traveled from Ohio to try and get his message across.
He claims to be pro-life, but he and MAGA Republicans cheered for themselves when they were on the verge of taking health care away from 23 million people. My dad fought in World War II to defeat a dictator. I can surely drive 2 hours here to Penn State and hold up a sign to try to defeat a wannabe dictator.
Many young voters say that it's crucial for them to get out and vote, and multiple Penn State students say they support Trump over Vice President Kamala Harris because of the way they say he handled the economy during his time as president.
I expect it to be close, but I want Trump to win, and I want to be able to afford a house soon after college and be able to get my life started on a good track.
They also say they received some backlash from their peers for attending the rally, but still came to show their support.
A lot of people I know at school were scared to come out because they didn't want to be canceled or they felt like threatened. But not me. I'm a patriot. I'm going to go vote. I'm going to wear my MAGA hat to vote. I'm going to be here and support Trump.
Now, as we reported earlier in the week, Trump is also making plans to attend the Penn State football game next Saturday at Beaver Stadium against Ohio State.
Okay, so you've seen that clip right there, okay? I have a couple of more clips for you guys to check out to get to the main point of this video, okay, which is from the video I played in the beginning. So you've seen the Trump supporters come. You've seen the protesters against Trump. As a matter of fact, the reporter said that one of them went and basically got physical by snatching a flag away from a Trump supporter, which is usually the typical MO of people on the left, okay, what they do. If they can't have their way, they go and get physical about it. Now, two things before I go a little further, okay? Number one, I'm not making this video to upset anybody, okay? The election's over, Trump won. It's our time now to keep moving forward and get things rolling in this country the right way. Like Donald Trump says, for everybody, okay? You never heard Biden really say it, or Harris. I mean, the leftists, they don't say it. There's three things, actually. The second thing is, you heard what that student said, that when he voted for Trump because when he gets out of college, okay, he wants to be able to afford a house. Okay, meaning that when the economy starts doing better, and he's still in college, or I don't know how much longer he has, maybe he's getting out in another year or 2 years, he's going to be able to make some money and really put it to the side so that he'll have something to start his life with. Whereas anybody voting for Biden and Kamala, especially Kamala, okay, their argument is always two things. Okay, one, abortion. Okay, the right to kill more babies, okay, and basically to help everybody else that's not American. Free Palestine, help out this country, or better yet, let's just take those two and push them to the side. One of the biggest things is all about the transgender rights. Okay, they're not worried about the economy. They're not worried about war. I mean, well, they are if it's in another country, okay? If it's anti-American, you know, they love that. But nothing about really, you know, getting down and dirty and saying, let's do things right for this country so that I can have a future, my children can have a future. No, it's all about, we need to protest about what's going on now because we're not giving up. We know what we want. We want DEI in the schools. We want to protest against anybody that doesn't have a leftist mindset. We want to give everything to illegals. We want to help out the transgender community. and basically start chopping baby parts off, okay, when these kids are young. I mean, you have to look at these people, and like I said, I'm not trying to upset anybody as far as like making anybody watch this video and get upset at the left. They're good at doing that themselves, okay? I don't need to really make content to show all their misdeeds. Everybody else is putting it out, and they're putting it out themselves, literally. They're literally sticking their own feet in their mouths, okay? If it's not on YouTube, it's on TikTok, it's on Rumble, it's on Facebook, you name it, Instagram. They're putting out their own content that's making them look bad, okay? What I'm showing is what's going to be the main part of this video, which is the first video clip I played of that teacher, okay, who got upset about students that were doing a victory lap in the school, okay, because Trump won. Okay, so now we're going to get to that, and you're going to see where the double standard runs oh so thick, okay, and I'm surprised nobody caught it. As soon as I seen it, I said, okay, this woman wants to play this game like this. She wants to go and point fingers. She wants to say that her students were afraid in the classroom because Trump-supporting students were trying to kick down the door. Her students thought that, they were like the KKK outside. Whatever the case is, we're going to get to that now. Here we go.
2 black teachers are suing Beverly Hills High for racism, discrimination, harassment, and retaliation.
One of them spoke out at the high school today. Fox 11's Gina Silva has more.
When a school allows racism to flourish, children learn the wrong things.
Attorney Brad Gage points to incidents like these at Beverly Hills High School, where students film themselves.
What the?
In this one, the teen shows feces on the floor, then walks over to show a racist comment written on a bathroom wall. Here, 2 girls posted this video.
Let's take a minute to appreciate how nice, beautiful, and clean our cafeteria looks right now. Now, let's fast forward to lunch.
You can see black students eating in the cafeteria. The girl.
Okay, now I'm going to stop it right here and jump in. They're trying to say, okay, that these girls put out this video saying that the cafeteria is clean, and then when it's lunchtime, what it looks like, basically they're saying that they're using that as a racial term because that was black students. Okay, now I watched this video clip because BCP put out some content on this also, and he made a good point. Okay, and that is, number one, there's also white students back here. Okay, but he did point out that on the table over here there's garbage. Okay, and the tables are messy, and whatever the case is. Are these girls trying to say that it's because there's black people in the cafeteria, okay, students, that's a problem? No, you can't say that. Okay? You can't say that. Okay? And, not trying to ruffle feathers, but if that's what they were trying to say, where's the proof? Okay, like seriously, where's the proof? I mean, unless there's some other video out there, okay, that proves otherwise. I've always said, in this day and age of technology, everybody's a journalist. Okay? If it's true, where's the proof? But she can't show the proof. No more than she can show the proof, because I haven't seen the video yet, of the students in her class when she was saying, like I said in the beginning of the video, in front of whichever community or council, whoever it was that she was crying to, that her students were saying that they thought that the KKK was outside. Okay? And people may say, well, you don't know, they could have said it. Okay? And, being that she was there, she was the only one that heard it, and she was afraid for them. That may be true. But somebody was actually recording in the classroom. Okay? And I'm going to play the rest of this and go to the next one. And you're going to see how quickly, all of a sudden, not that her story changed, but it basically fell flat because now she has to prove all her claims for this lawsuit that she's bringing, that there is racism, okay, in the school. And remember what I told you earlier, okay, about the double standard. Check this out.
See black students eating in the cafeteria. The girls come back on camera to say,
This is disgusting. I'm repulsed.
It is clear what it signifies, and that is this cafeteria, in their mind, is somehow disgusting or dirty simply because there are black people eating there. That is the epitome of racism.
It was just mob of kids, just so many kids outside my door.
On Election Day, a group of students with MAGA hats and a Trump flag roamed down the hallway of Beverly Hills High School.
I'm going to tell you how scary it was.
Teacher Bella Ivory says,
Okay, you seen this girl right here knock and that student right there knock and basically tapped on the door. No banging, no kicking. I'm going to play the rest of the video so you guys can see how this whole crowd of students, okay, this whole crowd of students just walks that way, and a couple of girls that are part of the class, supposedly, I guess, are knocking, but the rest of the students go, nobody's banging, nobody's hollering, nobody's doing anything. I mean, they're probably loud, there's no audio to it, but the physical aspect of what she's saying, that it was scary, okay, is not there.
the group of students tried to enter her classroom where there were several black students.
Some of the students were shouting, Kamala, as they walked down the hallway. The profanity towards our vice president, who is part black, combined with students congregating in front of my classroom, increased my fears and also the students' fears who were locked inside that room with me. I've actually reported to the school back in February 2022, after we came back from COVID, that my exact words were, we have a diversity issue on this campus and we need to talk about it.
Okay, you heard what she said, right? You heard everything she said in that video. I'm trying to flow into the next one, into this one. She just used the word diversity, right? We have a diversity issue. Let's play it again.
On this campus and we need to talk about it.
But Bella Ivory says that that never happened and the discrimination only got worse. Her attorney says that this video posted online with someone using the N-word and highlighting black students is clear evidence of the troubling racism on campus. On Election Day, a group of students rallied in support of President-elect Trump. Ivory's lawyer says that they terrorized a black student union meeting that she was leading. And now...
Did you guys hear that? I'll play it again. Nobody caught that. I'll play it again from here. Okay, listen up. She's talking about that the school's racist. Okay, we'll play it again. This is only a minute 10, people. Okay, I'm gonna play it again.
School back in February 2022, after we came back from COVID, that my exact words were, we have a diversity issue on this campus and we need to talk about it.
We have a diversity issue on this campus.
But Bella Ivory says that that never happened and the discrimination only got worse. Her attorney says that this video posted online with someone using the N-word and highlighting black students is clear evidence of the troubling racism on campus. On Election Day, a group of students rallied in support of President-elect Trump. Ivory's lawyer says that they terrorized a black student union meeting that she was leading.
See? She just finished saying they have a diversity issue in the school. They're talking racism, this, and that, yada, yada, yada. That her students said it was like the KKK was outside the classroom door, but she was in a black union meeting, a black union student meeting.
Ivory's lawyer says that they terrorized a black student union meeting that she was leading.
The black student union meeting that she was leading. So let me get this straight. This woman says, okay, that her students were afraid because of what? All the white students outside doing a victory lap because Donald Trump won while they were in their black students union meeting, and she's talking about there's been racism and diversity in the school? Really? Now, I don't know. There might be some white students in that class. I don't know. But how would it be if they had a white students union meeting? How would that play out? I mean, I'm just asking serious questions here. Okay? See, I haven't seen anybody else that's been putting out this information, not even on the news, point that out. Not that the left media would point that out. But you have a teacher who is teaching a class that is probably solely just for black students, saying that they were all in fear because there was a bunch of white students outside, so they say, maybe all just white, okay? And to them, they resemble the KKK. Or is it you have weak-ass people like this woman who keep indoctrinating fear into students and division, okay? Where maybe she should have opened up the door to the classroom and, I don't know, as a teacher, stand in the middle neutral the way you're supposed to be, okay? And if you've seen the Trump supporters acting rowdy, like really disrupting and causing chaos, then you step in as an adult and say no. But if they're not, if they're exercising their First Amendment right the way she is teaching a class because they are exercising their First Amendment right, no, she couldn't do that. She couldn't stand there in the middle and say, you know what, open the door, they're doing fine, don't worry about it, let's get back to class, they're having their victory, it's all good, they have every right to do that. No, she couldn't do that. No, she had to cower down and then say that her students, okay, were saying that that they were scared, they were crying, they were scared. But you know what's funny? Something that she said that somebody caught on audio, no video, but audio. Check this out.
Ivory also spoke at the board meeting.
They looked so frightened. Then I said, I'm not going to open the door. And then the same student said, they look like KKK.
The district tells Fox 11, we remain deeply committed to upholding a secure and conscientious setting where students can responsibly and considerably engage in the democratic process. But the district says it is investigating the claims, investigating the situation using all resources available, including this audio recording from a student's cell phone inside Bella Ivory's classroom.
If anything happens to me at the school, my family will come for your families. If anything happens to my son and Vivi, I will comfort their families.
Ivory says she wasn't making any threats, just sharing her feelings in a conversation that she claims was edited on social media.
Pretty much saying, my family's going to come after a family that hurts me, kills me, or whatever, legally, not physically.
Okay, so you heard that. So you have a student that was in the classroom recording what she was saying. Did anybody hear any kids in the background all upset? No. You heard her in the recording sounding very upset, very weak, making threats that if anything happened, okay, that her family was going to go after the students. Now here's the thing. I'll let you guys rewind so you can hear it again on your own, okay? She's in the classroom talking to students in the classroom. I'm assuming that there were other students in the classroom, okay, that probably were Trump supporters. So she was basically making threats to them. She didn't come out and say if any of those students outside the classroom do anything. No, she said if anything happens to me, my family's coming after you, meaning whoever was in the classroom. What kind of a teacher threatens students like that? Not only that, until all this really unravels, being that, you know, she's probably going to say, like she said, that somebody edited what she said. Okay, maybe they did. But then that leaves the question, where is the audio? Okay, and maybe and/or video. Maybe there was a student in the classroom with their cell phone on, you know, their camera on, where it's showing all the kids that were upset, saying that, oh, we feel like it's the KKK outside. I mean, I'm just curious. But something tells me that that is not the case. Something tells me that this teacher blew everything out of proportion because it was her that was in fear. She was the one that was upset that Trump won. And she's using her students as a scapegoat. Because other students, who obviously didn't do anything, okay, there were students knocking on the door to get, supposedly to get in, okay, she made it seem as if it was just a bunch of rowdy people outside just kicking and screaming and hollering and just trashing the place, making threats. The same person that's saying that there is racism and division in the school, but yet she is teaching, okay, a black students' union class. You know, when the left keeps saying that the right likes to indoctrinate people to be conservative, there's a lot of things that come with being conservative. That is, don't lie, try to be as truthful as possible, try to do good, okay? Don't look at color, don't believe in division, all those things that bring people actually together. Unlike these teachers that are coming out, okay, trying to separate the masses, separate the students with all their indoctrination, all their classes, and then look at a group of students that are happy for something and then point the finger. Why? Because there wasn't enough black students in that crowd? Something tells me that even if there was, she still would have said the same thing, because we all know that the left still says anybody that supports Trump is racist. Even their own kind, they say they're racist. Okay? I'm going to play the last video. It's a short one of another teacher in California. Okay? Who, at least this one, he's not trying to sue. They actually, I believe they're trying to get rid of him. They got him on suspension for his outburst for a student wearing a MAGA hat after the election. Check this out. Okay, before I play this last clip to end the video, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around, and if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and merch store. So let's listen to what this teacher had to say, okay? And this one's in Los Angeles, California.
Controversy in the classroom. A high school teacher in Moreno Valley is on leave after his response to the presidential election results. And as KCAL's Joy Benedict reports, some students feel like the teacher took it too far.
I'm so sorry, guys. You deserve better. Look at me. You deserve better.
It's an audio recording catching many off guard, taken from a classroom inside this Moreno Valley high school the morning after the election, about Donald Trump.
Let me tell you, I know a lot of Latino men on this campus, adults and students, that love Donald Trump. And he's called their mothers rapists. He's called their fathers rapists. He's called them criminals. He called them the poison in the blood of our country.
Okay, so you see what that teacher just did? That's indoctrination. He says, I know a lot of Latino men on this campus, adults and students, that love Donald Trump, and he's called their mothers rapists. Bullshit. Donald Trump has never called a woman rapist. Okay? But there goes the indoctrination. And then he goes on. He's called their fathers rapists. No, he hasn't. There goes the indoctrination. He's called them criminals. He's called them the poison in the blood of our country. Everything that this man said is a flat out lie. Now here's the kicker. What I said before. Like I said, I'm going to try to end this quick. The teacher that is trying to sue because she's saying that her students were scared inside the classroom, saying that they thought it was like the KKK outside or whatever the case is. I said that even if there was black students in that crowd, she would have said the same thing. And the reason why I said that is because people on the left, they will even call their own racist. This teacher is a Latino teacher. Okay? A Latino teacher. You want to guess who his students are? You know what? I'll show you.
The poison in the blood of our country.
He just kept talking about it. He was saying that Trump is racist, Trump is a rapist. What else? Treasonous.
Alec Cologne was in his first period world history class that day.
I like him, he's a good teacher.
But he admits he went too far.
He shouldn't be talking to kids about politics.
A sentiment echoed by other students who have since heard the recording posted online.
My father always told me if you're going to say something, it's all about the tone and the way you deliver your message. And the way he did it was very unprofessional, it was very inappropriate for his students.
Noah Neary is also in 10th grade.
The way he was speaking his opinion to his students, it was as if he's pushing his agenda towards them, you know, and it wasn't right. That's not what you're supposed to do as a teacher.
The school district sent...
Okay, you heard that, right? Now, I'm not saying that all his students are Latino, but it's funny that the teacher's Latino, 2 Latino students come out, they're against it. He's telling the students in his class that he knows that a lot of his students, okay, are Trump supporters. And he's basically trying to tell them that they voted for somebody that hates their own parents. They're saying that their mothers are rapists. Just that alone is freaking sickening. It's like, what in the hell is wrong with you people? Listen, you want to have a conversation with adults and make these accusations and get into an argument, fine. But why are you doing it to the students? Why are you against students who are the future of this country? And they have to make decisions as they get older. Why are you against them and trying to put the guilt trip on them? Why are you vilifying them? Why are you singling them out? Because they didn't vote for the person that you like? But yet you want to talk about and preach and teach about democracy, freedom, no censorship, freedom of speech, all that good stuff. But at the same time project all that and say that it's all coming from people on the right. But yet he's the teacher, just like that other woman's a teacher, and look at the way they're acting in front of the students, and look at the messaging and the agenda that they're pushing out. Now remember what I told you about what it is to be conservative. Okay? Look at the way the students handled it.
Sent out a letter to parents saying, in part, we were recently made aware of an incident at one of our high schools in which a staff member's discussion about the election results turned unprofessional. It went on to say the teacher is now on administrative leave, and that has young people fighting back, starting a Change.org petition asking to bring him back and asking for equal punishment for all teachers, no matter their political background.
See? See the way the students handled it? They say, you know what? No, that's not fair. Let's bring him back, but let's also pass a law that any teacher, all teachers that do anything like this, that they will be punished the same. That's how you handle it. To think that you have the teachers, the adults on the left, treating their students like this, vilifying students, and yet the students are good enough, kind enough to say, you know what, okay, fine. You did what you did, we do like you, but you know what, from going forward, if it happens again, it doesn't matter which teacher it is, which faculty member, they will be punished the same. Does the left think like that? Are they teaching that to their students? No, I don't think so. I think the students are fed up and took it upon themselves saying, you know what? We are the youth of America. We are the Republican youth, or whatever it is. Okay? This is how we need to do it. It's called being civilized. Okay? It's called being able to, I don't know, exercise your constitutional right of freedom of speech and not be criminalized for it, the way the left likes to do. And then he goes on, I'll finish it off. He goes on with these last things, and let's end this video.
Country racist? Yes. Is our country patriarchal? Yes. Can we change it? Maybe.
His personal opinion.
See? Is our country racist? He's asking the kids for them to say yes. Is our country racist? Is our country patriarchal? Can we change it? Maybe. And the left wants to talk about indoctrination? Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
His personal opinion to save it to himself.
As for what happens now, students we spoke with say they hope he does come back. They also hope he just tones it down.
I feel like he should learn his lesson for sure.
Some students tell us they plan to walk out of class tomorrow morning in support of this teacher. The district says the case itself is under review.
And there you go. Students want him back. Some say if he doesn't come back, they'll protest. That's how you do it. Plain and simple. You're going to have your 50-50 divide. Okay? The ones that came out and say, you know, bring him back, he needs to tone it down, but all teachers need to be held to a higher standard. They all need to be punished equally. They're probably going to have a bit of a clash with the ones that really love this teacher and are going to walk out for him. But you know what? As long as it doesn't come to physical blows, as long as it doesn't come to threats or anything like that, if they are willing to handle it in the school and say, you know what? Half the student body feels this way, the other half feels this way, but we're all going to stand in the middle and agree that we're going to move forward from this. That's how you do it. But that's not how the left wants it. They want the divide. They want you to look at this country and say it's racist. Okay? It's like, if this country is so racist, why do you got to keep telling the kids that it's racist? They would know that. And if the kids are not afraid, then maybe the one who's racist is the one who's saying other people are racist. Because that's what it sounds like to me, listening to those last two teachers. From the first video and this video, they're the ones that sound like the racist. Okay? And it's always them attacking young Republicans, be it in high school, junior high school, college. It goes on and on and on. I can make a 10-hour video of all the video clips out there of all the teachers belittling young Republicans in this country. It's insane, people. It truly, truly is insane. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. And if you can help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and my merch store. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, keep praying for the women and the children, pray for your enemies, pray for this country, and pray for Donald Trump. Peace.